Uh, Welcome back to the podcast, Shifting the Lens on Spotify and anywhere you can listen. Hi, how are you?
Who are you?
I'm Ethan.
Oh.
Fight me on this and other places. And yep.
I'm Jill at CoachJill.April, in case you don't know that by now. Welcome back.
Hi.
Thank you. I will say, well, Ethan can speak for himself, but also speaking half for both of us. Thank you for the love and support and the messages we got on the last episode. I got a few texts, we got a few comments, DMs, all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate you holding space for us to kind of share our hearts and holding space to just like let us exist in the way we need to each week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why are you so sad, Plant? I'm gonna fix that after. Why are you like
Which
that?
one?
The one in front of the money tree is they're all drooping like that, which is weird because the top ones are going up. I wonder if they're about to fall off and redo. I'd not to plant that one again. Anyways, my navigation of this life is fucking exhausting a lot of the time. So it's always nice to not only create spaces, because this is what this is for us, is creating a space to share with you guys, but also it's a space hopefully created for us to be able to just exist in front of you guys, which is equally as important. Thank you for listening, always for sharing your experiences, and we hope you continue to feel safe to do so as we navigate this life and sharing about it with you guys. What's hard?
I didn't know you were going to stop talking right when I took a sip. Hard. My heart is actually different. Not my dog. It's actually everybody else and their dogs. And take that with a grain of salt before you get personally offended.
Or take it with a 100-pound anvil, because fuck you.
Or be personally offended, because then it's probably about you. I have navigated off-leash dogs many times. Too many times, actually. It's not really hard at all to put your dog on a fucking leash. But specifically, I would say like the one I dealt with the other day has been like the most dramatic, intense, dramatic, both.
Intense is a weird. I get it. It's not because
frustrating.
Yeah, like it was just a lot. It was a lot for the whole thing's stupid. So it's a lot. It's not like a bad intense. It's not like blood was shed. It's not like, but like
frustrating because people are really stupid with their dogs. And like, I really truly believe as a responsible dog owner, half the people that own dogs shouldn't fucking own dogs. I will never understand people who get a dog just to not train it and not give a shit about it. Like, if I've learned anything from owning a dog, it's that like I don't want another dog anytime soon or potentially ever. But like, I chose to get a dog. So why the fuck would I not take care of it, care about it, train it, do all the things? I made that. The dog didn't just appear out of nowhere and you were like, guess I'm stuck with this dog. Like, you choose to get a dog. Anywho, I digress.
No, you don't digress. Hammer the motherfucking points home.
We were out walking on a sidewalk, like not even through a park, not through a field, not at an off-leash dog park. We were walking down the sidewalk in our neighborhood.
New neighborhood.
Me and Nola just going for a stroll. And I like can see in the distance these two people walking in a little white dog. And you know when you're like, I assumed the dog was on a fucking leash because it should be. And as we got closer, I was like, oh my God, that dog's not on a leash. But the dog was still like decently far away from us. So I was like, you know what? That's fine. Like, I'm going to hang a right, go home, get away from the dog. No. Literally, like from like a block away, this dog clocks me and Nola, runs across the road towards us and like comes running up all like excited. And if you don't know, I have, and this is where me and the internet got in a little bit of a tiff, I have a not friendly dog. I don't have a vicious dog. I don't have a killer dog. I don't have
an aggressive dog.
I have a dog that's not friendly with other dogs.
That's not aggressive. That's a fucking boundary.
And I always correlate it back to like, if a stranger came running up screaming in your face, you'd knock him out.
Smooth the fuck catching Z's.
But if your friend came running up to you, you would be like, oh my God, my friend. So like, Nola is friendly with the things and dogs she knows, not the strange ones off leash on a
That come
street.
out of nowhere and put you in a position to decipher if it's friend or foe. Like me, the dog chooses it's a foe. Because fuck it.
Nola, if there's one thing Nola does well, it's that she will tell any dog right off the bat, don't fucking play with me. She will growl, she will show her teeth, and most dogs will be like, oh, not friend, I'm out. But she will lead with that of like, I'm not your fucking friend.
She'll lead with nonviolence. It's a good. Most dogs will, for the record, but like Nola, I'm not a dog person.
No.
Nola always leads
It's a low
with a verbal
growl.
warning.
It's a low growl of like, I don't want to do this with
But everybody only gets one, much like me, which is kind of my favorite part about the dog.
So as this dog starts running towards us, I like yell to the owner, I'm like, recall your dog, mine is not friendly. Pace doesn't change, dog doesn't get called. I yell again, get your dog, my dog's not friendly. Pace doesn't change, she calls her dog's name. That dog didn't even know it was fucking alive, let alone its own name. And then it starts trying to bite Nola's ankles. So it's like circling Nola, trying to like nip at its ankles. So I'm trying to like scare the dog away. She's not like the amount of people that were like, the pace that lady, I have this all on video because
Go to Threads.
the last thing I need is something happening between my dog that's on leash and in control and an off leash dog is my dog getting blamed for it. So I always try to take a video.
And always be the thing. We were talking about that the other day. Is like, I, even as a black male, will fuck that dog up long before I let Nola fuck it up because, like me, we're always the problem in the situation.
And that's my thing is like, I would rather, and nobody, whatever, get mad at me for this if you want. I would rather do harm to a dog than let Nola do harm to
Why
a
would
dog.
someone get mad at you for that?
Because somebody's gonna be like, you would do harm to a dog?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, it wasn't even like her dog got out. It wasn't like she was walking her dog. No leash even in hand. Like I didn't see
No leash.
a leash.
There's no leash on that
dog
person.
wasn't wearing a collar. There was no leash anywhere. Like that's just how we were walking our dog. So I'm like yelling at this lady to get her dog. Everybody in the comments was like, the pace that she's walking at infuriates me. I'm like, she didn't give a shit about her dog. And I told her, I'm like, I have a 100-pound dog. If she gets a hold of your dog's dead. No change of anything from the lady. And then at some point she starts to get mad at me and she's like, wow, my dog's not listening because you're yelling at it. Okay. And then she was like, yeah, keep yelling. Why don't you? Maybe he'll listen to you instead of me. I'm like, bro.
I'm going to throw your dog into traffic and then you. This is why I don't have dogs.
Like she could have been like, oh, I actually don't give a shit about my dog. Let yours kill it. And I would have been like, cool.
Done.
But instead, you're acting like you don't give a shit about your dog. Dog follows me back across the street. It's still trying to bite Nola's ankles. I like scare it off a few more times. Dog runs back to her. She doesn't grab it. And then you can hear my tone change in the video. Like you hear my voice crack of like, I was like, get your dog. And then I was like, I'm actually over this. So I like put my phone down, pull out my pepper spray. Near the end of the video, you can see the dog like run back to try to bite Nola's back ankles. I like kick it away, put my phone down, grab my pepper spray. She's like, if you keep yelling at my dog, it's going to get hit by a truck. She was like, my dog's going to get hit by a car. Great. If it was on a leash, we wouldn't have any of these problems. And then as soon as I pulled out my pepper spray, I was like, come get your dog or I'm going to fucking pepper spray it. And then she was like, oh shit. Like, bro, your dog could have been dead 18 times, but you're concerned about the pepper spray?
She won't learn either.
And then I just like walked away. Like she still didn't have a hold of her dog. So I like walked straight past her again, like hung a left and just started walking home. And I was like,
shoved her in traffic.
I was like, if your dog follows me home, then you're never going to see your dog again. And I like walked past her. I was like, put your dog on a leash. She was like, yeah, good idea. Like, oh. So like most frustrating in terms of like a stupid fuck because like it's
like suck start a shotgun. You're actually
I've dealt with many off-leash dogs which like shouldn't be a thing in the first place, but typically it goes, get your dog, mine's not friendly, and the owner at least tries to recall it or get a hold of their dog. She did none of those things. So I got home, like I actually ran home because I could feel like I was like, if I don't go this way, I'm going that way, and then Ethan's gonna have to bail me out of jail. Because I could hear her yelling at me as I was walking away. So me and Nola literally like ran back home. I like shut the door and start crying because like I wasn't sad. I was just like, I don't do like that level of angry well. But like showed Ethan like I was just like, that wasn't even dealing with an off-leash dog. That was dealing with a stupid fuck that happened to also have an off-leash dog. I've made the decision that if you're going to have your dog off leash, I'm going to take a video and then you're going on the internet. And I don't care anymore.
I'm taking the muzzle off Nola So
Well,
me and Nola have
and
equal access to the thing.
that was the other thing, is like I walk my dog on a gentle lead and people are like, if you don't have a friendly dog, it should be muzzled. I'm like, you didn't hear my dog bark, growl, lunge, nothing that whole time in that video. Like, I told Nola to leave it before I even picked up my phone. And you know what my dog does? Listens. She probably didn't want to leave it, but you can literally, there was a few people that I know were dog people, because you can see at the end I like turn the camera and Nola like whips her head, and everybody was like, the way your dog was like, we're leaving at the end of that, because she like pulled her own leash. But yeah, so that was a time. So the video is currently sitting at like 2,000 likes on Threads and has like 1,000 comments. I would say like 980 of them are on Nola's side. A couple people told me I should put my dog down.
A couple of those people can suck.
Which is just like a crazy pivot to be like, just kill your dog. I literally replied to one guy and I was like, so if a stranger came running up to you yelling and you punched them, do we just get rid of you too? Is that how we're operating now? So that was a time, but it's just like, makes me not want to walk in this neighborhood. And that's stupid. Like, people are like, if you don't have a friendly dog, you shouldn't walk them. I'm like, my dog shouldn't go outside because
my dog, no, but
can't
that's
go
just it.
on
Like,
a leash.
people are so stupid. I'm not friendly. And
Somebody-
I go outside. You'd never know I'm not friendly until you give me a fucking reason to show you how unfriendly I am. Like, that's the bullshit of it. Yeah, do you know what the dog can only do? Bark. It can only communicate through fangs and claws. You have communication skills. You're just too stupid to use them. A dog can only open its mouth. That's the difference.
I did have
crazy
somebody
ass fucks.
comment, be like, you're probably not friendly. That's why your dog's not friendly. And I replied, I was like, you're right, I'm not friendly. And then somebody made it over to my Instagram, which I knew would happen. Like, I was aware of the consequences of putting this on the internet, but somebody made it over to my Instagram and was like, you sounded like such a bitch in that video. If I would have run into you, me and you would have been fighting instead of the dogs. And I'm like, right, we're so brave.
A girl said that?
Yeah.
Yo, bitch, do it. If you make a decision to start swinging, you're gonna get swung on. I don't give a make it about the dog. Please, God.
And you also know what's easier than defending my dog? Claiming self-defense. So go for it. That's gonna go terribly. Like, tough
you and me
angle.
fighting over your dog coming at me. I actually was waiting for this.
Yeah.
Are you
kidding?
The moment I saw your dog, I wanted to slap the fuck out of you. And now you're saying that's how that was gonna go? Oh, come here. Come here. It's Christmas. Like, I get to unwrap the gift and keep it? Fuck yeah.
That's like a really tough side to take. Like, I'm going to fight you over my dog. I'm going to assault you because my dog was off leash. That's like, you're not even like using one iota of brain cell. There's no winning.
Like, it's always white people. Always white people. There's always more than one of them. And they always have some excuse like, he would never.
Until he does.
And I'm not going to be the black dude that finds out, so I'm just going to fucking end your dog because it's treating me like a threat, so I'm going to do the same. I have these grabby things.
Sucks to not have thumbs. I meant to show you one of the comments of, it was a guy who replied, and he was like, I feel like people tend to forget that a dog is still a dog. Like, he was like, I will never understand people that treat their dogs like humans. Like, he was like, everybody ripping on you for not having a friendly dog. Yeah, you own an animal. And he was like,
friendly's a human trait.
Yeah. And he was like, you know what dogs do sometimes? Behave like an animal. And I was like, this is the only person.
You're going to take videos of Nola and me playing when we roughhouse. And when, like, if I can get down and do puppy pose, which is chin on the ground, ass in the air, like wagging it, Nola will mirror me every time. So she knows that I know, and I know that she knows that we're playing.
But that was like one of my favorite comments was, he was like, you know what dogs do sometimes? Behave like an animal. And he was like, so to everyone saying you should muzzle your dog and you shouldn't walk your dog and blah, 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 do you guys all forget it's an animal first? And I was like, thank you. I don't know why we're so offended by the fact that my dog's not dog friendly. She's a fucking dog.
It was doing fine. The whole species was doing fine. Chilling, dogging it up, canining it up, having a time. White people were like, nah, it's cute, I want it. And then you took it from its job, and then you get mad when it goes insane and bites a kid. Or you got mad when it doesn't do something you like and it's a fucking animal. At the very least, I know that about the animal. It's a fucking animal.
I just happen to own 100-pound animal, and that lady owned
30.
maybe,
on the high side.
maybe. And that was the craziest part of that whole interaction was I was like, can you not just like at least use your eyeballs to be like, that dog bigger than my dog equal my dog dead? Like, it's not hard to do the math. But yep, so that was fun.
Those were hard.
Yeah, it's just like the place my brain goes is, when am I going to see her next?
Mhm.
Like, that is the next step of that, of like, I'm going to have to deal with her again.
Hopefully I'm there. Like, genuinely, I always want to be there for these. And not because I'm a threat, but because I'm a threat.
But it's also like, then I can give like Nola to Ethan, because I try to like refrain
That
from
is
him
really
having to like handle the situation because I'm white. It's part of using my white for good. So then at least it's like, here, you hold my dog. I'm going to throw this leash. Because I will always do that of like, I'll handle it. Because what the fuck is she going to say? Once again, your dog's off leash. I just like literally needed a third hand in that interaction, because I could only hold a dog and a phone, or a dog and pepper spray. I needed a third hand to pick up the little one and toss it back to her.
Yeah, like, it's those moments that I hate the most, I think, is not being able to be there and knowing that I affect the outcome by my presence alone. Whether or not I would have got my hands on the dog is beside the point, because I would have. But, like, would I have had to at all? Probably
I
not.
guarantee you that lady would have listened if it came from a man.
If I told that woman to get her fucking dog before it dies, either she's running at the dog to get it because she's scared of what happens next, or she's sprinting back home away from me, and the dog's gonna deal with the problem anyway. Like, there's no, it's frustrating because it's a lot on Jill's system. She can handle the fucking thing. This is not about me taking the thing from her. First of all, chill out. Like she said, she needed this, maybe this one. I'm better this way. Don't matter. Because like it in the video, you can see that she's juggling three things as best she can, but like a third set of hand, like. But also, my presence is in effect the same way hers is. It, especially where we are, like especially where we are. But we still walk in this neighborhood. So if you bring your dog out off a leash again, Jill and I walk 3, 4, 5 times a day. The odds of seeing her are happening this week. So like that's frustrating, but also you would better have improved your ability to act, or it's going to have a far worse outcome. Because Jill will just choose violence this time. It'll be spray. Because now, if I had the phone, then I can only spray.
Yeah,
it's muzzleless dog, leash down, so she can defend herself, and then I film and spray. Like there's no way that this doesn't end in someone on that side getting the absolute deterrent because you didn't listen the first time, and that I understand Jill's frustration because there's always a round two for some reason. At the old place, they never change. Police don't change shit for them. They threaten them with fines, and it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is their dead dog. People are gonna hear this and lose their mind. It's gonna be great, but like I don't actually give a shit.
It's not. You don't have to lose your mind if you put your dog on a leash.
Yeah,
it's like, literally as simple.
This is one of those this is one of those. If you're upset, you are the problem.
Because I'm sitting here with a dog that's on a leash, being like, "Yeah, that's stupid that people don't leash their dogs." So
like, why does everybody? Well, yep. Anyways, we're this is too long. That was a collective hard joy. I got a ping pong table.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. I got a ping pong table that it's not like I'm good at it. It's just fun. It's really fun, and it's fun to get better at things. And like as long as you put time down there, you get better at it. It's so much fun, and it's a good like. It's not that it's good cardio. It's movement that's fun. So like while I get frustrated with walking all the time, like half an hour to an hour of ping pong a day is simple, especially when we content create all the time. It's nice to put our phone down. Like I
was gonna say, it's nice to have like an activity you can do that's away from technology.
Yeah, like even if we shoot content, it's not like in the gym where I have to shoot something, workout, shoot something, workout, shoot something, workout. It's I can shoot 2 minutes of ping pong and it looks like the whole game went by, and my phone's down and I'm out. I'm listening to music and I forget to drink water. Like I get so honed in because it's just mentally ADHD. Like you have to be really repetitive, constantly, consistently the same shit over and over. Like,
Yeah, ping pong's fun. I'm excited to get better and then beat Brian. So.
Yeah, and Brian still working on his first win. 26-0 right now.
My joy is that I got officially paid from like the biggest brand deal I've done.
That was cool. That was a cool sentence.
So
I heard about it a couple of days ago, but it was cool.
Yeah, finally e-transfer in my bank account. So
should tag them in my video today because I did pour out of their water thing.
Yeah. If you ever need a water filter, Santa Via is great. They're Canadian, out of Vancouver. They got a few options for you, but I got to partner with them and do a brand deal, and it was just like I've worked with them before, so it was cool to work with them again. And then a giant shout out to my social media manager, Jen, because she is the one who like did the negotiation and the rates, and I just think she's a great human.
Mm-hmm. It's been a really cool pivot to see Jen's effect on your business, but also like I get a lot of the fallout that way. But also to like, there's no bad idea with Jen.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's so
just
fun that when people like that come into your creative space or like into your space, but really that their vision for what they want in their path directly aligns with you on yours, and you both get to do something fucking cool. And these two have already done some cool shit.
Yeah, it's cool to just like be over here and create in the way I want to. Like she's not like do this, don't do that, whatever. It's just like I do the content, she does.
And defends Jill's brand. Fuck. Is one of my favorite things. Like I'm very protective of this human, and I'm protective of all my people. But like it's hard when you run a business and the person that you're trying to work with to get you out there is like, well, jump through their hoops. That's not Jen. Jen's like, like, ew, no, that this is what they said, but this is how I counter. Because are you fucking kidding me? And she's very blunt, she's very direct, but just believes in the brand she works with and protects them as she navigates these spaces, which is I think rare as someone that does what Jen does, but it's also just rare in this life.
Mm-hmm. We had a couple of questions come through. If you don't follow the podcast on TikTok, you can. It's at Shifting the Lens Podcast. I don't post like a ton over there, but I'm trying to get better at it and also like follow trends that are fitting for the podcast. So if you haven't seen the sound going around, I'll play it for you. 1 second. Leave your husband. Leave your husband. The end of that sound, just so you know, because I always cut it, is it says leave your husband. It's like go for a really long walk, and then everybody always is like don't come back. So that trend was going around TikTok for a while, and I was like, oh, I can work with this in the poly space. So I put up a couple videos doing it, and from that came a couple questions, which is cool. Mm-hmm. It stirred some conversation. We had, let me pull it up. Question from Jen. There's a lot of Jens in our life. Holy shit. Jen on TikTok. Question. What if a partner wants more? What if they want to marry him/you? What if they want to move in with you two? What if a pregnancy happens? I'm so curious, and much love to you both. Those are great questions. We love you too, first of all.
Yes, we do. That's fun. Oh, okay. Well, there's two answers to this, because there's an answer from Jill and I as our navigation directly experienced and continued forward together. And then there's an answer as an overarching understanding of what comes after one of those things. And before it. And I think that that's more important and is still a piece of this, because we've already had this, and that's a conversation. It's communication. No matter poly, monogamy, whatever the fuck you choose, if you're not talking and communicating, you're going to lose at some point. And there's no, well, I didn't say this because I thought it would. You thought, you assumed, ass out of you and me. You know the white sayings.
I hate that saying.
Anyways, okay.
Makes an ass out of you and me. Fuck you.
Absolutely, fuck you. My trauma makes an ass out of you and me because it's safer.
I hate.
But like genuine, like no, but fuck. But seriously, like if you don't have the conversation, there's going to be room for resentment, and it doesn't always have to be something as big as marriage or as big as a pregnancy. Little missed conversations turn into big resentments fucking quick. That's across the board as human beings. Polly or not. Do you have anything to say?
No, I was letting you finish.
No, because I realized because I'll go on. I'm working on my delivery because I like to talk and I like to express the knowledge and wisdom that I do have. But I have some. Jill has some of her own, and then we have a collective. And it's not my job to share it all. And I need to get better at holding space for Jill to also contribute to where we are in the conversation.
Yeah.
So that I can say stuff after.
I think it's the hardest when you don't know what somebody wants. And it's not like you have to walk in and be like, I want this, that, and another thing. But like, if you're a question I often ask when I'm chatting with people is like, what's your intent? Like, hypothetically, what are you here for? And people that are like, I don't know, I'm just seeing where it goes, is like, I get it, but also tough to have like not really any direction. Cause I'm like, we'll see how it goes going to be like, I want to marry you, because that's not going to go very well for anybody. Or is we'll see how it goes. Like a recent connection I've made is both of us were on the same page about like, yeah, I'm looking for a connection like for myself. That's really all I'm looking for is like, what is, you can say as much as you want. I'll just see how it goes. I don't have any intent, but like, there's always something that's like,
yeah, like
not even a goal. I don't know what word I want to use, but like you have something in your brain of like, it would be cool if this happened.
No, I disagree. That's how you choose to see it and think. Because I talk to people about this all the time because I don't have any expectations. I don't have a want on how this goes. This is the biggest piece of what's so beautiful for me about getting to do and experience life and share love this way is that I don't have to want.
That's fair. Yeah.
For me, I choose. I crave Jill. Of course, there's so much about our chemistry. There's a beautiful thing, but like I don't want her. Like I don't. It's such a weird frame of thought in my mind. Like there's an attraction and a connection that's already here. I don't have to want it. It's here. I foster things that help it grow, sure, but like when I go for coffee with my newest connection, and I met my newest connection accidentally, and even to that point, like I'm not wanting for anything. Didn't want to meet them. I just did. And now that I'm here, it's not that I want something to happen. I am just floored and excited that I got a new connection. Period. End of story. What happens next is equally beautiful because of what it already has meant to me. Like how that, like, there's no, I want to be with them for this many years. I want this to be a 3 long thing. No, nah. Fucking what a waste of energy. So no, I vehemently disagree with you. I choose. There's so many people out there, and I know there is a choose not to live by. I want this thing. Like I'm actively working for better things for me. It's not that I want them. I'm choosing every day to go after this, and it can change on a dime. You know this, living with me, like ADHD be damned. No, like I get to live every day as a choice, not because I want to do the thing. I get to do what's next, and that's navigating life with no expectations for me. I don't want this relationship to go somewhere. It's beautiful. We agreed. We may not be together forever. By that agreement, I don't have to want for anything. I'm here with you every day in the moment.
I think like wording it differently of like, if you have an intent, you have to say that.
Sorry.
What's wrong?
You're beautiful. Always. This doesn't look bad. No, stop. That's why, because I got distracted by the fact that I could see product in it, not anything else. That's why I tried to move it, and then it didn't. I was like, we're good. I'm like, those are there today. Cool. Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, like I think even with me saying like I do have an intent, but like if it doesn't go that way, like it could be friendship, it could be we never speak again. Like what, I'm not tied to the intent, but when people walk in with an intent but pretend they don't have one, then you're doing yourself dirty of like, I'm going to tell you I have no expectations. Like Ethan actually lives with no expectations. And I do my best not to. I get like very easily excited and then get burned for being excited. So then I try not to get excited, but that's also not healthy.
Mhm.
So we're working on it.
There's a weird middle ground, and it is uncomfortable as shit to that point. Like that one's weird.
Yeah. I told Ethan the other day, like, it's as simple as like, I was going to buy a couch this weekend and then my car started doing something whack. And I'm like, see, that's why I don't get excited about things. Cause now I'm like, well, fuck, I can't buy a couch because I have to fix my car. Yeah. Like finding that line between being excited without expectations is a tricky one. Cause you always get excited when you meet someone and you're like,
to your point and to your credit, like, I think my objection is because like, no, like I work to do it, but I also have worked to create that for me. And like, you're still in the process of finding whatever that is for you. Like, it's not a inherent thing. It's like this is a need. This is how I'm craving to be loved. Less than it is like I want that thing.
yeah. And it doesn't have to be you. Because we started, like, I think that's like the big
point with your whole hand.
You.
That was the most poly way to point. It could not singular. It could be you. I'm watching that back.
But I think that's like my difference in like intent versus expectation, if that makes sense. Fair. Of like, just because somebody's talking to me, I'm not like, well, you now have to be my partner. Like, we can be friends. It can go that way. We can never speak again.
So then I have a question for you to make sure I'm understanding you then, because this is kind of coming up now, and even like further explaining your point makes it even land for me in real time better. So like, even if it's another person for you, like you just want a being over there. Like, you actually aren't, like, to my understanding up until this point, and like we can cut this out. It was you're looking for another partner, but you are looking for another connection.
Yeah, like I think.
So maybe that's why I also objected, because like I've understood it to now to be like, you also want, like, you are specifically looking for another partner to be outside to which is fucking, please God, go do the thing. But now the way you just explained that sounds much more like you're shifting to the trying to be expectationless about what it is over there for you. Just like
I think even like Jen, different Jen. How many Jens can I mention?
Which
in one podcast episode?
A third one? Who the fuck asked that question?
Not Jen that's been in this house.
Not Jen that's been in this house.
No.
Oh, who the fuck asked this one?
Jen from TikTok.
Jen, who? There's Jen. Jen is from TikTok. Then Chop Chop. Time out. Oh, see, there. Didn't know that. I thought you meant like
no.
Jen. We need to give you motherfuckers nicknames. I'm over this already. That's tough. That's so funny. I forgot. Sorry, Mazier.
That sounds closer.
Mazier? Major.
So,
fuck.
Friend Jen met at the gym, been to our house. Like, even like her coming into my life, I'm like, oh, friends are cool too. Like, it doesn't have to be like, if you're gonna walk into my life, you have to date me. Like, the girl I went for coffee with yesterday, I think is cool. Attracted to her, all the things. But like, if she was like, actually, let's be friends, cool. I think I just need more people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think no, just like it gives it, because like no, I know that we're still like there's a big piece of like finding, reshaping, and rebuilding a friend circle to an extent, but like some of these connections, like the way that that you're searching for them, so I'll individualize this a little bit more, is much more of a dynamic of like building connections and a circle at the same time. Like they can fall into either category. They're all connections, but
yeah, like don't get me wrong, like
the idea is that like of course I want to find more people to love and be loved by in much closer, much more intimate ways, but intimacy is a conversation now like it does it answers it, and it gives it much more of a I understand the frustration a little bit better, because like the overall piss off on like I just don't like you people fundamentally makes more sense than just like I don't like you because I wouldn't date you.
Yeah, like I think
that actually makes a ton more of the frustration land.
My frustration comes from like I don't even get to go for coffee because none of you know how to hold a fucking conversation. let alone like I can't find anyone to date. It's like, no, I just like can't find
Anybody
anyone
to
that
talk
can make
to,
a
yeah.
plan. So
Yeah.
like there's steps for me, and I've always been that way. Like even when I was monogamous, I always like most of the people I dated I knew as friends first. So like I'm not walking into coffee being like, is this my girlfriend? I'm just like, hey, could we like go for coffee and figure it out? Maybe. Possibly. No, we can't get that far. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also like hit the ground running. I think is also, we talk about this, like casting different nets. Like I just, because it was easy to pivot to realizing that, like I said, my take on expectations was really easy to adopt once other things, fell into place and kind of checked and landed. Um, and it was, I don't know what I was talking about. Sorry, team.
It cast a wider net, hit the ground running.
Oh yeah, just in like living the way that I choose to live without expectations. So when things don't work out at coffee, either we don't talk again or I just gain a new friend. There's no in between. It's like really like either like I haven't heard from when I went to Hot Pot, and I'll give it like one more day, and that's fine. Like for me, there's again no expectation on time, but I'll go and check in and be like, hey, how's your week? How's it going? And not bring up anything about the fact that we haven't talked since we went for food. They're as busy as I am, but like there's no expectation on time. I've been talking to Amber now for a few months, and we've hung out twice. You're about to meet them for the first time. Like there's there and like there's no expectation. And even then, like it could genuinely just be like sick. Like now there's someone else that gets to come hang out when they want and can body double us, and Jill just gained another human in her circle that thinks she's super hot. Um, you guys can't see it. uh, yeah, it just the nets that I cast are different because it's so easy to just continue to move on and continue to move forward. And I gained people that were like minded in my circle. I didn't gain people that I didn't need in my circle. Like, cool. Like it's just, we're just here continuing on.
Yeah, so like long
That was a really long answer to a
answer
good question.
long.
Oh, that we didn't really even
No,
answer. Okay,
what
so we're
if
gonna answer it. Jesus Christ, we are the best people for this. All that to say, like all of these are conversations. If you wind up in a relationship in any way, shape, or form with someone that opposes a view, that's on both of you.
and like what if a partner wants more? Well, they better say that.
They
And like say
literally
it
better say
fast.
that up front. And they better say it they better say it the moment it shifts for them.
Like, hey, I actually was thinking it'd be cool to live with you at some point. Great.
Great, because
Now
when
we
we
have
met and
time to
went for
figure
coffee,
that
you
out.
said fuck living with anybody. So where'd this come from? Not in a bad way, but I'm caught off guard because we both agreed, yeah, like we're both solo poly or whatever the fuck you wanted it being. So like you have to be able to talk about it. You have to be able to have the conversation. If Jill all of a sudden wanted to get married, tough. Like it would be a
But like I better
conversation.
say it out loud.
It won't. But like she also better get it the fuck out of her mouth quick before more things fall into place the way that we're currently living by the set boundaries
And
and
I
rules we
also
had.
think like just because we're poly, that doesn't really change. If you were with a partner
Not at all.
monogamously and both of you were like, we never want kids, we never want to get married, and then one of you changed your mind, then it's a conversation.
Which is allowed. It's allowed. Change
Then
your
it's a
mind.
conversation, and if the other half does not agree, then like I guess you're going to find somebody else to date. Like it is. I've had friends that are monogamous of being like, yeah, I actually want kids. And if their partner's like, no, I still don't want kids. And like, I guess you're going to find somebody else to have kids with. I think the difference is being poly is it doesn't always mean, see ya, I have to go find somewhere else. You can like figure out what that looks like, how to adjust and still stay in
And there's
each
far
other's
less hurt
lives.
feelings.
Yeah. What if somebody wanted to marry one of us? Tough. I'm not getting married.
I won't get married.
But like I'll date people that are married. I don't give a shit. Glad you got married and you're living life and you're having fun. But like I don't want to get married. What if
Yeah, and
somebody
I like don't know if I would.
date someone who's married?
Yeah, and maybe that's because I was engaged a couple of times, and maybe that's because I just am like just opposed to marriage as a whole. I think I'm sure it works for people. I really am, but like the divorce rates are so high, and that's only the ones that are reported. So like, how many motherfuckers are lying to yourselves and everyone else?
I also think, like, as somebody who's dated or slash had conversations with quite a few married
Yeah,
women,
you have more experience than that.
it very much differs. Like, I can pretty much tell right off the bat. Most of the women I talk to have been married. Now that I think about it, I can tell pretty much off the bat if like non-monogamy slash poly was a fix for your relationship, and it's usually of like what the husband is up to also.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But
what if somebody wanted to move in with us? It would be a conversation, but like they better have made an effort to get to know me before, like, can I move into your
like
house?
not even just that, but like have done the work. They wouldn't get invited or accepted in if you hadn't done the work, enough work to show that you're safe to do this with. Like it's
Yeah, like if somebody was like, I don't want to meet Jill, but I want to live with Ethan.
like
Tough.
impossible. That one's impossible. Good luck. But if someone's like, yeah, like I would like to live with you guys, like maybe I don't like stay in the same bedroom as you, but like I'd like to move in, I think. Well, then we all sit down, like, because now my responsibility shifts. Now it's not just me and one partner in my house, it's two partners. So my sleeping shifts. And those are all conversations because everybody here would have to adjust. That's something you adjust for Jill. That means she has to adjust what her daily life looks like. Cool. Those are conversations.
And it's
Whatever
also
they
like,
are.
especially for us, like we live and work from home. So like whoever chooses to come in here
Should probably work from
down the
home.
road, or like if you work an 8 to 5, great. But like you can't just be 9 to
No, that was
5, 8 to 4, whatever.
no like 8 to 5 because no one everyone says 9 to 5,
I'm
but like
like,
that's not
that's
a
nobody
real
works
no.
9 to 5. Cool. That means Ethan and I still have our whole work day. Like there would just be conversations of like, okay, realistically, this is how it has to work because of these things. What if a pregnancy happens? I'm getting rid of it. If it happens with somebody else, between Ethan and somebody else, that's their business.
And like Jill doesn't have a say in what happens, but she will have a say in how it gets navigated because it directly affects her.
And we all know Jill's like, I'm good with kids. I like the kid I get to hang out with, and that's probably my quota of kids. But then again, a conversation of like, I'm going to make the decision I need to make based on what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
You just got to give everyone all the info and they can make the decisions accordingly.
Yeah, it really will always come down to conversation. It sounds like cliche. It sounds like we're beating a dead horse. Well, it's dead. But like and it can't be that dead if we keep having to say it. That's the crazy shit. Is these questions we get asked sometimes is like it. We're gonna say the thing again. You want to say it this time? Do we spell it with a K? Conversation. Oh, we're just gonna do the communication part. No, we're gonna have to tell them about it. No, like we're communicating right now. We're gonna have to tell them that it's gonna be more of this. I know we've said it like 3 million times. No, every episode, at least one time, we say it's about communication. Everything. We take a poly out of it together, and we say it's about communication. It's like being a parent. It's crazy. It's actually like autistic repetition. That's why I know you guys are all autistic.
And it's also like knowing yourself. Like I know a lot of things about myself. I don't want to get married. I don't want kids. Like, and it's standing on that.
Breakfast dick.
It's also like standing on that of like, in a hypothetical world, Ethan starts dating somebody. She has like 4 kids. This is hypothetical.
No, then, I rebuke that in the name of Satan.
We're going hypothetical.
No, use Brian as a hypothetical for a bitch with 4 kids. Are you crazy?
Brian, because
are you crazy? No, time out, no. I'm offended. No.
Okay, hypothetical. Somebody that lives in this house starts dating somebody with 4.
It's going to be you.
No.
Fuck that.
And then
me and Chillis and hypothetical.
And then they're like, yeah, they want to move into this house. I'm out. Like, I'll tell you right now, that's not an ultimatum. Like, I'm out. Like, fuck, I'm living with that many kids. So, like, it's also knowing, like, I'm out. You do your thing.
Yeah, like, with love, there are boundaries to some of this shit. Brian's been told a few times what he's not allowed to bring home. Stray cats. He brought one home, but like that's different. Bro, I'm taking shots because I love you.
Okay.
Don't ask questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah. So like really though, it's conversation.
And there's a line for everybody. Like as much
Yeah.
as me and Ethan are like, live your life, do your thing. That's the whole point of this. There's still a line at some point that he would, Brian would be like, you know what? I'm going to go find a different house to live in.
Brian wouldn't.
Brian's got to have a line eventually. We just haven't
found it yet because Brian loves everybody here.
Yeah.
Like he's like I don't like.
He has to have a line.
Everybody has a line. We actually there's few people that even I'm not sure if they actually have one. Brian's one of them. Like he gets mad. It's really funny. It's really funny when it happens. Like when what's her tits tested your patience for no reason. That was the 0 to 100. I know Brian had a switch like that, but I should have realized that he's an orphan.
I've never like fully. I'm waiting someone
to crash out.
Yeah, it's coming.
I think Brian's crash out will it like. I'm gonna say this.
I'm hiding
it might
in my
be
room.
funny. I think it's gonna happen out in public for sure. But like if someone catches it on video, it's gonna look upsetting.
People are gonna understand why I choose not to fight.
Be like, oh my god, we shouldn't have done it.
If I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, cool. This is my moment.
Like
26 fucking years I've had.
I only get one.
Yeah, I'm
like,
going all up.
Like you know when you're so mad you start screaming. And I'm
my phone is either going through a window, someone's face. Like I'm destroying everything. I'm really.
So
like Brian's crash out will be much similar to mine when I snap. It'll be a very loud occurrence.
So, but also like good to know nobody's gonna date a bitch with 4 kids and get them to move into this house. So hypothetical out the window. I don't have to cross that bridge.
I don't want to judge, and I'm not, but I'm gonna.
You can have 4 kids. They just can't live in my house.
Someone said, was it on a dating site? They had 8 kids.
Oh, in one of the groups we're in. Yeah.
And
that's
love
like
that you
5 too many.
That's 7.5 too many. 7.5 too many.
Yeah.
We're not checking. I might cut this one, but like
there is a limit of kids in this house
and cats
and dogs.
There's pretty much a limit to most things that can happen in this house, except for orgasms.
Just shocking to nobody. We answered all of those very in depth. So if you have any other questions for us, as always, let us know. And I think it's cool to see the questions that like come up in your guys' brain and what kind of sparks conversation for you. So even if we've answered it before, feel free to drop it somewhere and we'll either lead you to the episode or make a new one.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the podcast at Shifting the Lens Podcast. As you already know, you can find me at CoachJill.April.
Yeah, fight me on this.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.